Welcome to this session on script content and process. This is the 10th week of our TA learning. We have learned about ego states, transactions, strokes, time structuring, games. Many theories in TA we have learned. Today we are going to learn about what is script, what is the structure, and how does the script live out. That's what it means to say content and process. Script is one of the most important and maybe the central most content of TA theory. Let's understand script matrix and then start from there. So this is a picture of script matrix which contains how a person develops his or her ego states from the parent's ego state. So we have the father and the mother here, and to both of them together there is a child being born. Injunctions and permissions from the first or the early messages that a child receives from the parents. You can see the arrows drawn from the child of the parent to the child of the child. So, when they are negative messages, they are called injunctions or stoppers. When they are positive and facilitative messages, we call them permissions. You've heard about conditional and unconditional strokes. The injunctions are kind of unconditional negative strokes, and permissions are kind of unconditional positive strokes that every child receives from the parents' child ego state. You can see patterns in our life or programs in our life. We are mostly like computer programs. What we live out is what we have learned from our parents. So, this is mostly transmitted from the adult of the parents to the adult of the child. Details we'll learn later. Now, the another aspect of the script is driver messages or counter injunctions. They are also messages of conditional okayness. These are messages transmitted from the parent of the parents to the parent of the child. So, this is how the three ego states of a person develop from the three ego states of his or her parents or parent figures. This is a line which shows the aspiration arrow. This line depicts the desire and the impetus in every human being to grow out and be on their own and realize what life is for themselves. Now let's look at each one of them in detail. Permissions. Permissions are all the unconditional positive strokes you have received from your parent figures. The freedom to be yourself and the freedom to perform or do whatever you experience that come from permissions received in childhood. Permissions come from the secure child of the parent to the child of the child. I have shown you the picture. Secure child means the more the child of the parent is secure and stable, the more the permissions that flows from that ego state to the child of the child. They are strokes for being the person one is, not for anything we do. And most of them are experienced in body as physical well being. In other words, permissions are received before language develops for the baby. So it's a physical experience rather than any language that you heard. Now, injunctions are the negative messages that we receive from child of the parent. The literal meaning of the word injunction is stay order, like in a court stay order. Parents are like court and children are like clients in the court. It is an order to not make changes or experience life in one's own way. Meaning, whatever is the environment the parents provided and explains, to experience life within that and not to think or experience or explore in the child's way. That's what injunctions are. So it is similar to a stay order from a court. It begins with the word don't. So there are quite a few of them. We'll look at them one by one. These orders prevent us from exploring life in our own way. Injunctions come from the insecure child of the parent to the child of the child. So here I say insecure because the more the insecure the child ego state of the parent, the more the negative strokes that the child of the child receives. You can see the green color and the capital letter. Child means the ego state, and the italic words represent the person. Now, Bob Golding and Mary Golding have identified 12 injunctions and classically named them. Let's see one by one. One is a blanket don't. Just don't do anything. The next one is don't exist. So parents frustrated with the birth of their child may inadvertently pass on this message to the child. I don't want you, don't exist. Don't be you. This is mostly related to the sex of the child. So a boy child may have been expected and a girl child was born, and the parents' disappointment may be experienced by the child as no permission to be the sex that he or she is. Don't be a child is an injunction received by usually eldest child, because one after the other when children are born, the eldest person have to share the parenting responsibility with the parents. So the childhood of the first person is often not enjoyed, and it is experienced as a not having a permission to be a child. Don't grow up is an injunction that is experienced by usually the youngest child, because parents would want a child in the family for various psychological reasons. And if the youngest child grows up, they wouldn't have a child. So they kind of pamper the child, and the child gets the message that I am supposed to be a child always. Don't think as an injunction is generally given by most parents. When children start thinking and asking questions, they are frustrated, and so their frustration is shown up, and children experience it a, as an injunction not to think for themselves. Don't feel. When children express their emotions, if it is embarrassing to the parents, they pass on this message inadvertently, and the child learns to suppress its feelings or don't experience its feelings. Don't be close. This is another injunction where children do not have permission to be physically close with other people. Maybe if they had some illness in the childhood, or if the parents were not well and the child had to be separated, these kind of messages are inadvertently experienced by persons and experience it as an injunction to not become closely related to anybody in the world. Don't belong. This is a experience that a baby has when parents keep moving on from place to place and the environment keeps changing, and the child kind of learns not to settle down in any place and kind of not belong to any group or community. Don't be well is an injunction inadvertently passed on by parents and children experience as absence of permission to be healthy. There are various situations how it can happen. For example, a mother may like to have a child sick to get out of the house or go to hospital and have some social life. So this child then experience it as the child has to be sick. Don't make it is an injunction given by parents to many children who perform and outsmart parents. So they are kind of scared and they kind of give messages or ideas which the child experience as absence of permission to be a winner, and the child turns out be incapable of achieving goals. Don't be important is a similar injunction given by parents when they get scared of the child's smartness, and if the child is becoming more important than them. Inadvertently, this message is passed on to the children, and the child might take it as the parents do not want him or her to be an important person. So these are all negative messages that we have, or any one of us, or most children get in smaller or larger degrees from parents and stay with them into their adult life and limit their life experiences. Often they are experienced as discomforts in the body and difficult to be verbalized. Now, patterns or programs refers to behavior patterns we have learned from our parental figures. We literally copy behaviors, often not understanding why the parents behave like that. This again happens in our childhood after the infancy. Injunctions are mostly developed in infancy, and patterns and programs are picked up in childhood, maybe 2 years onwards. It is comparable to a software program in a computer. The parental behavior patterns practically gets incorporated into our computers, that is the brain. Programs are copied from the adult of the parent to the developing adult of the child and stored there. And the child dutifully play those programs, get into experiences similar to their parents, and repeat the life cycle dutifully without any originality. Counter injunctions are messages from the child of the parents. The injunction messages come from the child of the parents. To counter those messages, some messages are sent from the parent ego state of the parents to the parent of the child. Those messages are identified as counter injunction messages because they are generally they appear generally the opposite of whatever injunction messages have gone. Let's look at them in detail. They are messages of conditional okayness or conditional positive strokes. So, injunctions are unconditional negative strokes, and to counter them, some conditional positive strokes are being given from the parent ego state of the parent. They are strokes for doing something specific as per directive. For example, if the injunction may be don't exist, counter injunction may be if you score 100% or do exams perfectly well, you are okay and may exist. This is not said exactly like this, but most of it may be said through body language, or sometimes even similar words may be used. So, this child will struggle to score 100% or try to be perfect so that he can exist or live. Now, counter injection messages are usually heard and not felt in the body because these messages come probably after 2-3 years of age, and these are verbally said by parents. Drivers is the name given for the counter injunction messages if they drive a person. What does it mean to drive? The person will struggle to achieve but often end up with sickness or less effective lives. The person sometimes end up being driven but unable to achieve because the injunction is reinforced. For example, if the injunction is don't exist, and if the counter injunction is be perfect so that you can exist, we know no, none of us can be perfect, but this struggle for perfection will prevent the person from enjoying life or even existing. There are 5 classical drivers identified by T.B. Kahler. First one is be perfect. Like if you are perfect, you are okay. Second one is be strong. That is, the injunction may be don't feel, and the driver may be don't express your feelings. If you don't express your feelings, you are okay. Try hard. Try hard is like if you work hard, you are okay. Please others or please me as parents. So if you please others or please me, you are okay. If you please yourself, it is not okay. That's the unsaid message. And the last one identified is hurry up. If you hurry up and grow, if you hurry up and do everything, you are okay. So you can see it is apparently positive messages but attached to a if or a condition. Now, how do people live all this? So these are the contents of the script. The script can be classified according to the way the script is lived out or how the script is ending. So they are called based on outcome of the life or based on the lifestyle or pattern of the life. So based on outcome, script is classified into winner, loser and banal. Winners are people who know what they want and they go and get it. They don't talk so much about what they are going to do, but their life shows they are happy people, they are achievers. Losers are people who don't achieve anything and they don't make a mark in life, but apparently they may be winners in certain areas, but they'll never be happy about their winning. Those kind of people are also classified as losers. So the definition is like the winner is one who sets out to achieve something and achieves it. The loser is someone who doesn't know what to achieve or doesn't achieve what he sets out to achieve. And the banal kind of script is neither a winner nor a loser, just living a life without making any mark and just passing life. Now, process scripts are scripts classification based on the way life is lived out. So they are classified based on the words constantly used by persons about their life experiences. First one is until. The person who lives life like an until script are people who say, until I finish something I cannot enjoy. After script, people say, after I enjoy, I am sure I'll have to suffer. Never script kind of people keep saying, I can never enjoy in life. Always kind of script people say, I always get into trouble. Why am I always getting into trouble? Almost script is kind of people who set out to achieve and between the cup and the lip they lose it. Open-ended script is the kind of script where people are not really decided and they are open to change their convictions and grow. It's usually seen among retired people. Now, freedom from scripts. The tools of TA are meant to help us to get freedom from these script limitations. So, these are the tools, I am just stating them, you know most of them. Ego state analysis and decontamination. Analysis of transactions. Breaking stroke economy. Changing one's time structuring pattern. Analysis of one's rackets. Analysis of one's games. Use of permissions transactions and use of allowers to overcome the limitations of the script and drivers. These are all tools used in TA, and if you come for advanced training, you can learn how it is being done professionally. The modeling of the counselor, the therapist, or the trainer is also a very important tool so that the client or the student learns excellent patterns. Now, permission transactions are unconditional positive strokes in therapy, counseling, training, or education, which are used by teachers, counselors, and therapists to their clients to promote growth and overcome their limitations due to injunctions. They are used to help specific injunctions. In social situations, also, unconditional acceptance will work out as permissions for persons to grow in their life experience. Now, these are the classical allowers used. Someone struggling with be perfect driver, that person needs to tell himself, or somebody needs to tell that person it is okay to learn from mistakes. Someone who is struggling with please others driver need to hear that it is okay to please yourself, not only others. Someone who is struggling with feelings needs to hear that it is okay to express your feeling. You don't have to be so strong and hold your feelings. People struggling with try hard drivers needs to hear that it is okay to just work and I can achieve. People with hurry up drivers needs to hear that it is okay to take time and do things in your pace. So, thank you, and I hope you understood about the content of the script. I've given you a written study material. Please read that and also listen to this presentation and bring up any question you have in our coming discussions. See you next week.